Hello, this is Bro Numero Dos here from CVF Bro Time. Today I'm going to be doing something in Terraria, and the first thing I'd like to look at is how railroads work, or I guess minecarts. And so I've got the minecarts in my inventories. And right here I've been working on a minecart track, which there's a station where you go from down here. And basically this is the nearest to my house station where you can just pop through. And then depending on your preference, you can either go right down, or you can hold the up button. You can hold the W button and go right over. Of course, that doesn't always recognize it as easily, so you can hold the W button and go up, and that's you can also stop here and have a starting area. So even though it's kind of hard to hear because of all this really loud Terraria music, or maybe it's not as loud in the recording, but then I'm going to create a station here. And the basic way minecarts work in Terraria is a minecart is spawned automatically when you hold over it. It shows the icon of a minecart, and you can roll on them and go wherever you want. And then immediately click with something else, like for instance your paladin's hammer, in order to stop. And then you can use the things I'm holding here. These special ones allow you to basically just do they allow you to power your rails from some source or another. You can place down a rail and then use your hammer, which of course mine makes epic guitar noises, but basically you'd use your hammer and then you could do things with it. And the way you want to make them split is by pressing one down here also, and then right at the spot where it splits, hammer it so that it's till it's like this, basically. And some bumpers can actually cause your minecart to stop, while others do not. You'll want to always remember to use torches while you're down here, especially if you're building like a subway system, sort of like I am. I'm sure the guide would agree. So basically, if you're going to make a stop, I'd recommend that you make one going out, so that one can be at one to actually permanently stop, and the other can be one to start. Which normally you don't want to put them this close to each other. And try not to let your pickaxe glitch out on you. But then hammer in some new minecarts. then create one to make it stop if you want. So face the direction you want to be facing with this thing in hand, and basically you'll be facing that direction, and then put some minecarts down here, and then of course depending on how you like to do yours, just mine right up, and then you have a little area where you can start on your minecart. Which, never forget, it actually requires more to go down than it does to go up. And so sometimes it's kind of hard to get on here with your minecart. In fact, I might fix that later. Yeah, but basically you can ride infinitely, and the more you press A or D, depending on which way you're going, the faster it goes. And then you can make it go really far down if you want. Also, remember, you can create them going both ways. So this is the way I normally like to make my railroad tracks, with a couple of powered add-ons and stuff. And then just fill in all the areas you're not using with all these little minecart tracks. And this is how you want to make most stations work. And then you want to make it till it's at the same level with this, and hammer it till it's in place. You want to make it so that the stations you have to press a special button to get to, whether it's up or down, W or S, and then that way people don't have to stop at the stations, and it requires more work to stop at the stations. but then if you hold W immediately, you go up to here, but then if you wait to hold W, then that's also where you start. And then you can just go as far as you need to. And always remember to place torches, especially on the PC version. On the mobile version, unless you're wearing like Shroomite armor, it doesn't always require as much effort with the whole torches situation. So you can really just make your minecart track go on infinitely. So, of course, since this makes a really loud noise, I think that's enough for today, so goodbye.